All right, so here is the new X guitar processor. I just picked this up from American Musical Supply Company. Came in the mail in a few days in the US. And this is a great unit because you can tweak the presets that are already in the unit. And from what I've heard so far, from playing around with it, it sounds really good. It's hard for you guys to see the screen, so right now I'm focusing just on the screen. So I ended up tweaking this clean. What I like to do is start with a clean, and then the next patch I start with my regular rhythm, and then the third patch will be the exact same rhythm, but I'll boost the volume. So I only use 3 patches when I play live, and there's almost zero latency when switching patches. So the problem with a lot of these processors is when you switch a patch, you get a delay, and if you don't time it right with your drummer, you're gonna notice it. This one, I believe, has a 1.7 millisecond latency, which is almost unnoticeable. So what I'm gonna do is play something that's clean, and then I'm gonna click on the next patch, which will be dirty. And then when I play a lead, I'll click on the third patch. So I overwrote what was in 32A. If you press this home button, you get the original patches that were in there. It should come up. So this was the original patch of 32A, and then you just press it and you get the patches that you stored. So it's very easy to do. You're not gonna hit it with your foot. Some people are like, oh, if I hit that button while I'm playing on stage, it's gonna go to the original patch, and then it's gonna screw everything up, but that will not happen. I added these little knobs here. I didn't put them over here because my sneaker sometimes would hit this one if I had added them. These are those buttons that you get. They give you 5. I bought a bunch on Amazon, but this is the unit. So I'm running this unit direct. I've done, I think, 600 videos so far, and every one that I've ever made is done with just an iRig. So I don't even have an interface. It's gonna be an iRig right into my phone, and that's how I record all of my stuff for YouTube, because it just works so easy. But in the front of this Trident, I actually do run the ME70. I've always ran an ME70 in front of any processor that I've owned, because I don't want to be dialing through all sorts of menus on stage. I play in a live band. So if I wanted to have a boost, it's already set up. You just hit the boost and boom, you're good to go. If a song has a phaser or a chorus, it's good to go. So I set my main processor usually with just reverb, delay, and some comp. And then if I have added effects, I'll use the ME70 in front, right where the guitar input would be. So that is the ME70, and the wah, and also the octave is great if you're gonna do a Rage Against the Machine lead or something. And then I always play through a head rush FR on stage. I don't play through an amp. You know, I have a 1987 Randall, I have a Katana, but I do like the head rush. But I have the Pod Go, and the problem with the Pod Go is if I start with the clean patch on the stage and then it's time to hit, you know, a dirty patch, there's a big latency issue. And then there's the lead issue. You're gonna hear a delay in between those patches, which is one thing I hated about the Pod Go. And the scenes are not great because I always play a Mesa Boogie amp or a Marshall amp, and you can't get a good clean by using scenes. I always like to use, a clean Fender Twin, and then boom, you hit the boogie. But there would be latency issues with the Podgo. So I still have the Pod HD 500X, which has almost zero latency, and that's what I've been using live for probably 4 years. But I wanted to try this new X Trident, and so far so good. I haven't even plugged it into the computer. I probably won't. And I'm gonna play a couple of tunes clean. Then I'll switch over to dirty and then lead. And what's great is the 3 patches are on the floor, whereas the Pod Go, you have to hit these higher ones. And if you're a spaz like myself, it's a pain in the butt. So having 3 right on the floor, clean, dirty, lead, is just so easy to do. So I didn't really deep dive into much, but I will play an example and let me know what you think of it. So it's about a week old and I haven't had any issues yet. I played it with the head rush in a studio last week, and I thought it sounded great, but I don't have the head rush here. So you're just gonna hear it direct out into that iRig first generation into my phone. All right, thanks for watching and rock on.